What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In today's video, we're hopping into Absolute Green Lantern issue number 7. And in the last couple of issues, they've really been diving in and helping us understand what's really going on here. We're kind of starting to understand the spectrum, and it's nothing like we're used to. But I think the most important thing that's going to stick out about these issues are anomalies. What Aubyn's score was screaming at Joe. She is an anomaly of the green light spectrum. And remember that because it's going to be important as we get through here. This starts us off with our black stars. We have Mogo the planet that is making his way towards a planet that they say have signs of the other light spectrums. Specifically what they refer to as the cultists of Oa. It is their directive to eliminate them. They are letting this planet know because you failed to surrender them. Every single soul, every 7 billion one of you, you're all gonna die. And the people of this planet, they plead for their lives. They try to say that we couldn't find these people you speak of. These Oa cultists, we don't know where they are. Surely you won't condemn all 7 billion of us to death because of the sake of 3 that you say you're here. But through the law of Kord, this sin must be corrected. So extermination will commence. This is when the lanterns of this planet rise up. We also see that these Green Lanterns, they talk like Aubyn's. They're almost robotic in nature, as if they've come to a collective hive mind, reminding each other to maintain correct action. But they've brought at their disposal a Black Hand, a weaponeer. They deploy their greatest weapon to the battlefield, and it grabs these Green Lanterns, and he begins to tear them to pieces, killing the first lantern and calling them posers. Black Hand Kilowog has arrived. Now our lanterns, they try to outflank him. They try to get the better of him. And Kilowog's recognizing that the greenies, they're starting to learn some tactics. Unfortunately, he knows it would have taken 3 lanterns. With 1 down and only 2 remaining, they never stood a chance against Kilowog. With the first lantern trying to dodge Kilowog's attacks, we see his arm rip completely off. Using the light of the black star, pure chaotic action. He tells them that this is something that can't be fought, something that can't be tamed. But the last lantern standing, she fights, she attacks, she hits Kilowog with everything that she has, hitting him and thinking that she's taken him down. It's gonna take a lot more than a blast from a Green Lantern to kill our Black Star Kilowog. With the arrival of Mogo the planet, judgment has been passed, and this planet has now gone extinct. As Mogo hits the planet, we see it erupt into flames, and in the aftermath, we have Kilowog and the others. They're searching for any survivors. Any of the lanterns that might still be alive, they're here to extinguish them. This is when Kilowog's ship is hit, blown right out of space. Kilowog's trying to figure out what this is, and then it hits him. We have the arrival of a red lantern, and Kilowog is utterly confused. The way that it works here is that red lanterns, they're not supposed to be offensive weapons. The red power is defensive. To the initiate, it rather imparts a degree of strength and control over bodily process, up to and including changing in forms. To have the red light is to be able to construct very powerful shields that are extremely durable. To gain this power through Oa requires displays of extreme restraint, so it's never taught as a means of attack. But this is to Mari, who is Anomaly. He did not receive the red power through the teachings of Oa. He stole it, and so he has no restraints. There is nothing stopping him from using this power offensively. This is where he creates a light construct of a large box. He takes that box and he crushes Kilowog, bringing him down to a box the size of your hand. He leaves Kilowog here, and he takes off for his next foe. This is what takes us over to what appears to be one of our antagonists. Maybe the guy behind everything that is going on. And the narration saying that Will is the black star that powers the universe. Not what the Owens would teach. Not understanding, not enlightenment. Will. Only Mew. And through the power of Mew, we gain the will to do what we must. As the cube of Kilowog arrives, he sees it. Kilowog compressed beyond the Black Hand's ability to heal him. He had warned Kilowog of being overconfident. This is the greetings of Tumari, one anomaly drawing fire from another. Tumar is trying to get him to look in his direction, but he knows that it's already too late. He already sees the other anomaly, the green anomaly. And an anomaly at the green level is more dangerous than a red could ever be, if allowed to grow. And in closing, this individual goes on to say, let's talk of Mu, the maker unmaker. Some would say a synonym for the Omega Alpha, but in the right order. Alpha does not come after Omega in nature. Light does not come at the end of all struggles, only the long dark. What is understanding in the face of all of this ugly red in tooth and claw? What is correct action? What we will is the correct action. Our will is correct. That is why those who reach the gold level of light, no matter how gifted, can only rise to initiate. But one cannot believe that Owen is the only way, is the right way. And so for them, there is only one Abin of the gold power, and he finds himself walking the left-hand path. This is where we see standing before us is the one and only Sinestro. And that is where this issue will end. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. This is an interesting concept. So what it appears to be is that Owens have a specific guideline that they have to follow. Everything falls within the parameters and the laws and the physics of that. But when there's an anomaly, this is outside of their understanding, outside of their control. And because of this, they don't have to wield it in any specific manner. They don't abide by the teachings of Oa. And it appears that there are anomalies popping up. We see that with Tumar, our Red Lantern anomaly. If he had learned through the teachings of Oa, he would have only used this defensively, and Kilowog would have probably killed him. But not of Oa, of just pure red energy, red light. He was able to take down Kilowog and the snap of a finger. And it appears that the Black Hand Weaponeers, I'm assuming that these are the anomalies of the Black Hand. Now, I could be mistaken, and this could just be something that manifests from the Black Hands, from the Black Star, which we see happening to Hal Jordan. We saw happen to Kilowog, but it doesn't happen to all Black Stars. But now we have this anomaly happening to Jo. She is the anomaly. She's the Green Lantern anomaly. And Sinestro sees how powerful and how dangerous this can be. So even with our Red Lantern anomaly out there, he's focused on Jo. More than that, he said that there's only one Gold Lantern. There's only one at that level. Would that make John Stewart an anomaly? Is he something different, or is there more than one, and I'm just interpreting that incorrectly? But from what I interpreted from Sinestro is that he was essentially saying that Oa only has one Gold Lantern, and he is that lantern, and he's walking the bad path, the wrong path. Now, I guess the argument could be made that John Stewart isn't of Oa teaching. He was just discovered and more or less came across the gold level of light. This comic definitely answered a lot of questions, but it leaves us with so many more, and that's absolutely what I love about this comic. It keeps me guessing, it keeps me wondering, and I honestly don't know what to expect next, except a full-on freaking invasion of Earth from the Black Stars. They're gonna come for Jo. They're gonna come for all of them. How that plays out, I can't wait to see. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything that has been going on with our absolute universe, check out the link in our description as well as the top of this video. It's gonna get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. Now, if you want to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. This is a lot like Patreon, having a bunch of different tiers, a bunch of different options. It really does help out our channel in a lot of ways. But if you're not able to do that, please simply subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.